What's going on YouTube? This is going to be just another quick video on the weekly challenge. This one's a little delayed because I almost died of food poisoning. Not actually, but you know, annoying. Chipotle sucks. Hashtag. But we're just going to jump into another one of these. Looked to be a relatively interesting challenge. Seems like people are getting pretty high in the 400s, almost 500s. Obviously, Chuvis is a pretty good player, so it'll be hard to replicate a 500, but we'll see what we can do. Give you guys a good enough score to beat it. So first things first, we're on wave 12. We're getting a hermit mole, a brute, and a dragon turtle. Let's see what we have. Alright. I think the biggest problem we're going to have, right, is we got to try to like get the mole out of the way ASAP. It's going to be the only real thing that's going to be a pain in our ass. So what we're just going to do is I'm just going to go for a full hold right out the gate. It does kind of stink there's only 2 things, because I don't think Hellraiser... Was Hellraiser buff? I forget. I don't think so. No. That's what I thought. Okay. It does think there's only 2 things that currently buff the Lioness, but it's not a huge deal. So we're just going to go for a full hold, right? So what I'm going to do in this case is just try to do a basic build that I think might be able to hold for us. I think the real thing is you can really take away a lot of this. Like, the Sand Badger's not giving you a whole lot of value in a lot of these situations, right? It's basically just a meat shield. That's a lot of value that you can take away right away. Kind of, you know, build off. I put the protector on, right? Yeah, I did. I'm basically utilizing the Radiant Halos as just meat shields throughout all of this. And, looks like, ta-da, I'm going to hold. If not hold, really close to it. Can't tell, though. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's a hold. So just like that, 2 minutes into this video and we've already got a hold. That gives you 100%. So, nothing too crazy. I think realistically one of the things, as I talked about, is we probably take away this. Probably don't need that. Another thing we can probably do is we had him here. Let's probably drop him down another half. Something simple like this, because this should still theoretically not tank full. Should just split tank, partial tank. If had any. That might be a little too much aggro. But it looks like we're okay. Maybe. Nope, too much aggro. Gotta reset here. So we want this guy to take aggro, but we don't want him to die, obviously. So what we can try to do is adjust this so that this will take partial. Nope, that's even worse, I think. Maybe not. No, we're good. Not much aggro's on it. The only thing I worry about now is the moles in the back line. Beating down these things. Huh. That doesn't work. How can we fix this? I think one of the answers might be to have these guys in the split to slow it down. They'll stay pretty far back, right? My initial thought here, Zirian, was to put the protector on the unit that has the most resistance, right? Let's win this situation, the Lioness has the most resistance. What I'm thinking, though, is that we might need to do something a little different. Is to have the Lioness sit in a different position. So, we go like this maybe. The Lioness doesn't get insta-gibbed. Maybe have this guy even here. It looks silly, but kind of like keep it alive without taking some aggro. Maybe this will just work. This way though, this should aggro a little bit of a backline unit and slow it down a little longer. Okay, killing one backline unit is actually pretty big. We've got 2 backline units now that just get to sit here. The downside though is my mask died, which is not good. Oh, so with Protector, and this is something I see often, Protector affects the whole field. Protector affects the whole field. It's not just a single unit. Or it's not like an aura situation. If you click on it, you'll see that there's no aura significance around it. If you hover over Protector, Protector is all nearby allies, not just ones that are touching it. Let's try this. It's no. It's no aggro. Fluffy, there's probably a way to snipe the mole a little bit more consistently. I think if we place on the right side in this situation, it might be better. Okay, so we are here-ish for the lioness. No, Zirian, I think that's basically the only aura that's in the same setup idea. Is this a new challenge? Yes. Or try to fiddle with it to make it so that we can actually beat it. Let's try like this. Trying to just get rid of the sand badger and see what happens. I think the important thing here is just getting a couple kills with the halos when they're running around in the split is kind of nice. I think this isn't going to hold though. Too much still alive. We're getting close. Like, I think a little better RNG, this might have worked. This will give us a 295, right? Yeah. But just the mole gets through. Okay. Okay. This worked out pretty nicely where the Hellraiser didn't take enough aggro to kill it early, but it stayed alive, you know, just a little long enough. See, I don't get any aggro this time, which isn't good. I think this is even worse than last time. Yeah. Let's try what I was thinking a bit ago. Still no aggro, which is less than ideal. I already beat it Gosu with the Badger in the build, and so now I'm trying to beat it without Badger. But this is actually relatively decent aggro. 3 things you can hit right now. I don't think it's enough. No. Try something else. Let's move this to like here. You think halos get taken out of the build? Could be. I wouldn't doubt it. Halos are kind of shit in their base form. They're also relatively decent tanks, though, Mauer. That's the thing I'm like kind of liking about them, is they're relatively okay tanks. Being that they're fortified on the wave, right? Ooh, this is actually decent aggro for me. Maybe actually not. I would argue Badger's a worse tank I would argue Badger's a worse tank, being that it's 2,500 health, but it's arcane, so it's negative 15, right? Whereas this is 1,200. I mean, you're probably right. Yeah, probably right that the Badger's still better. But this is a tough one. I mean, if I took this out and put this back in here, it really wouldn't matter too much of a difference. Go back to what we had the previous way. That'd be 300. The only thing I liked is that these at least cause you to get a delayed split, which is kind of what my thought was. But probably right that you don't really need them. Oh, it's really bad. Let's try something a little different here.
Focus. Status on.
Yeah, the high score would be without the Halo and without a Badger. It would have to be. Right?
Focus.
There's some trickery they're doing. It's usually how that works, right? There's something really, really funky they're doing, but it works out because of how the pathing or something works. Okay, that's not good. I need half aggro at least on this mask. I need 1 unit to take aggro there. Let's go like this. Okay, I'm getting at least the Hermit and 1 unit. So the Hermit's on it. That's better than nothing. Better than nothing. I don't think it's Hellraiser RNG so much as it is just like getting good aggro to begin with, Goldfish. This is really bad again. Yeah, 2 Halo splits might be the play. I also think something like this might be better. Because, you know, at this point the Badger will take aggro. I think less aggro in the split. We could go, I don't know if a full down will take any aggro is the problem. Oh, it still takes too much. Huh. We did full down, let's do 4.5. I don't know if I like that more or worse. So we sniped the Brute in the split. That's actually a big thing. And then we're locked on the Mole. Both are great, but I think we're too far gone. I think we're too far gone. How does 1 Halo make that big of a difference? Right? I mean, it makes sense why it makes that big of a difference, but dang it. Let's try this again. We're not getting good aggro there. What can I do differently? Let's see. You know, as dumb as it looks, I'm getting better split aggro. One way or another. Not good enough, though. Top right mass to bottom split. Badger and split instead of Halo. I can see that being a case. I can see that being the case here. I think my mask is taking too much aggro here. Yeah, I gotta reset. Let's go like this then again. I think this Halo being this slow is unoptimal. Right, like it just feels bad. Okay, I'm typing the mole, but the Hellraiser died. Just a little too much aggro on the Hellraiser without the Lioness staying alive, which the Lioness dying is just feels bad, man, every time.
Extinguish.
Okay, no aggro on the Hellraiser this time. Not ideal. Too much aggro on the... Back to the left hand split. Left side with the right hand split. Maybe half more. Yeah, no, that was the rough nose.
Focus.
Sure. There's got to be a way to snipe mole, right? Like, that's the thing I'm not getting right now, is I'm not getting a mole snipe. Or anything, really, that I need dead. Try it like this. Because that mole does get pretty close to center.
Focus.
Is this the way we kill it? Isn't your split too low? No, my split takes too much aggro as is, in my opinion. This is working out okay. Lioness staying alive is important, but too much aggro. Looks to be. Yeah. I'm just confused as to why they had 3 Halos to begin with. If you catch my drift here, chat. Elgras, the reason why I was going on right side and trying to do it is because if I can get mole damaged on the right hand side with these units, the mole will go right. If I can build the right hand side and get the mole targeted early, you can kill it. And then if you can kill the mole early, the Hellraiser goes to do a lot more damage, etc. Mufine, I wouldn't even say they're building for 13. Because baby Halos are shit on 13 too. Regardless, if you guys want a quote-unquote winning build, this is 101. This one's a little bit of a complicated mess in my opinion. Because yeah, this is not a build for 13 with this setup either, in my opinion. Anyway, this is going to be it for me. I don't want to grind this one too long. It's already 20 minutes in. So if you guys enjoyed the content, please like, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.